Don't fight the critics, but fight your mistakes and weaknesses. Actually, during our lives, during our personal, social, and professional lives, when we face with some critics, and actually critics of helpful, if we receive from helpful people, from positive people, and from optimistic people. When we face critics in our different aspects of our lives, especially our professional lives, we have to balance and think and assist the critics. When the critics are not helpful, based on the pessimistic points of views, or also from some negative people, we have to ignore such kinds of critics. But when the critics are from professionals, helpful people, and positive people, we have to consider the critics. Actually, critics, when based on the realities and real abilities, are helpful. That's why when we face with critics and criticisms, we must not to fight with critics or just spend or use our energy with dealing with some things instead of improving our abilities and improving our working abilities and increasing our achievements. That's why when we face critics, we have to prevent fighting critics. Instead of that, we have to evaluate the critics. If critics based on some wrong views or based on some negative points of views to discourage us, we have to ignore such kind of critics. But if critics are important, useful, and real, we have to consider that, we have to welcome, and also we have to change some parts of our points of views and activities based on such helpful critics. That's why instead of fighting critics, we have to fight our mistakes. We have to correct our mistakes. We have to prevent our mistakes, and also we have to fight our weaknesses. It means that we have to improve our abilities. We have to focus on the positive points of our abilities. We have to reduce and decrease the levels of negative points of our abilities, and we have to prevent more mistakes in our daily actions and reactions, especially in our professional lives. That's why through dealing wisely with critics and fighting wisely with our mistakes and weaknesses, we can improve our personal abilities, our professional abilities, and we can increase our achievements in our lives. I'm Dr. Abdul Qahar Sarwari. If you think such videos are helpful, please subscribe the channel.